What if I told you that a computer existed 2000 years before the first laptop was invented? Not a calculator. Not a clock. But a machine capable of tracking the movement of planets, predicting eclipses, and calculating events years into the future. Scientists discovered this mysterious metallic device inside an ancient shipwreck resting at the bottom of the sea. And when they finally understood what it was, it changed everything we thought we knew about human history. Because according to everything we learned in school, technology evolves slowly. The ancient world had simple tools. The modern world created computers. But what if that's not true? What if people living more than 2000 years ago had already built something so advanced that nothing comparable appeared again for over 1000 years? This is the story of the Antikythera Mechanism, a machine so sophisticated that many scientists call it the world's first analog computer. And some still wonder whether humanity lost a technology it wasn't supposed to have. In the year 1900, a group of sponge divers were sailing near a small Greek island called Antikythera. The weather became rough, forcing them to stop and wait near the island. While exploring underwater, one diver descended into the deep sea. What he found shocked everyone. Scattered across the ocean floor were statues, pottery, jewelry, and treasures from an ancient shipwreck. The ship appeared to be a Roman era cargo vessel that had sunk nearly 2000 years earlier. Soon, archaeologists began recovering artifacts from the wreck. Among the statues and treasures was a strange lump of corroded bronze. At first glance, it looked worthless. Just another broken piece of metal. Nobody imagined that this corroded object would become one of the greatest archaeological mysteries in history. Years later, researchers noticed something unusual. Inside the metal were gears. Not one gear. Not two gears. Dozens of precisely crafted gears. Ancient gears. That discovery immediately raised a disturbing question. Who could have built such a machine over 2000 years ago? When scientists carefully examined the artifact, they realized it was unlike anything ever found from the ancient world. Ancient civilizations had impressive engineering. They built pyramids, massive temples, aqueducts, road networks. But precision gear systems of this complexity? Those weren't supposed to exist. For centuries, historians believed that such advanced mechanical technology appeared much later during medieval Europe. Yet here was proof that someone had mastered precision engineering over a millennium earlier. The device originally fit inside a wooden box roughly the size of a modern shoebox. Bronze gears filled its interior. Handles allowed the mechanism to be turned manually. As the gears rotated, dials and indicators moved across the surface. But this wasn't just a clock. It was doing calculations. Extremely sophisticated calculations. And the deeper researchers looked, the stranger the mystery became. The machine that shouldn't exist. Today, many experts describe the Antikythera mechanism as the world's first analog computer. Now when we hear the word computer, we imagine screens, keyboards, and microchips. But a computer is simply a device that processes information and performs calculations. That's exactly what this machine did. Imagine turning a crank on the side. As you rotate it, dozens of gears begin moving together. Each gear is carefully designed with a specific number of teeth. These gears convert simple motion into complex mathematical relationships. The result? The machine could calculate astronomical events. It could track time. It could display celestial cycles. And it could predict future events in the sky. In other words, it was performing calculations mechanically. No electricity. No batteries. No software. Just bronze gears and brilliant engineering. This is where the story becomes truly incredible. The Antikythera mechanism wasn't designed merely to tell the date. Its purpose was much larger. It tracked the movement of the heavens themselves. Think about that for a moment. More than 2000 years ago, someone created a machine capable of modeling the cosmos. Researchers discovered that the mechanism could predict the positions of the sun and moon. It could calculate lunar phases. It could even forecast solar and lunar eclipses. These predictions required an extraordinary understanding of astronomy. The machine transformed the movements of celestial bodies into a system of gears. Turn the crank to a specific date. The mechanism would show where major celestial objects should appear in the sky. In a way, it functioned like an ancient astronomical simulator. Today we use computers, satellites, and GPS systems to understand our position relative to celestial movements. The Antikythera Mechanism achieved a surprisingly similar goal using nothing more than mechanical engineering. It was tracking space and time. Thousands of years before modern science supposedly made such calculations possible. Predicting eclipses sounds simple today. Apps can do it instantly. But in the ancient world, eclipses were mysterious and terrifying. Many people saw them as signs from the gods. Yet the creators of the Antikythera Mechanism understood that eclipses followed predictable cycles. One important cycle is known as the Saros cycle. After approximately 18 years, similar eclipses repeat. Ancient astronomers had observed this pattern. The Antikythera Mechanism encoded this knowledge into its gaze. As users rotated the machine, special dials indicated when future eclipses would occur. Imagine how astonishing this must have seemed. An ancient device capable of predicting a dramatic event in the sky years before it happened. To ordinary people, it might have appeared almost magical. But it wasn't magic. It was science. Science embedded into metal gears. One of the biggest mysteries isn't how the machine worked. It's why technology like this disappeared. If ancient engineers could build something so advanced, where are all the others? Why didn't this technology continue evolving? For centuries after the Antikythera Mechanism was created, no comparable machine appeared. It's as if an entire branch of technological knowledge vanished. Some historians believe the collapse of ancient civilizations caused specialized knowledge to be lost. Wars, political instability, and economic decline may have destroyed workshops and schools where such expertise existed. Knowledge can be fragile. A civilization may spend centuries developing advanced ideas. Yet those ideas can disappear within generations. The Antikythera Mechanism may be evidence of exactly that. A glimpse into a technological tradition that was lost to history. Perhaps the greatest mystery is identifying the person or group responsible. The exact creator remains unknown. However, many researchers believe the mechanism emerged from the Greek scientific tradition. Ancient Greek scholars were deeply interested in mathematics and astronomy. Figures such as Archimedes demonstrated extraordinary engineering abilities. Some experts have suggested that ideas connected to his work may have influenced the mechanism's design. Others point toward scientific centers such as Rhodes, where astronomy and mechanical engineering flourished. Whoever built it possessed remarkable knowledge. Not only of astronomy, but also mathematics, engineering, metallurgy, and precision manufacturing. Creating the mechanism required combining all of these fields into a single machine. That level of interdisciplinary expertise is impressive even by modern standards. For decades, researchers struggled to understand the device because much of it was damaged and corroded. Then modern technology changed everything. Scientists used advanced X-ray imaging and 3D scanning techniques to look inside the fragments. The scans revealed hidden gears and inscriptions. Tiny Greek text appeared throughout the mechanism. These inscriptions functioned almost like an instruction manual. They explained astronomical cycles and the operation of various dials. Suddenly, researchers could reconstruct much of the machine's original purpose. The more they discovered, the more astonishing the device became. Every new finding confirmed the same conclusion. This wasn't a simple instrument. It was one of the most sophisticated machines of the ancient world. The discovery of the Antikythera Mechanism forced historians to rethink the history of technology. For generations, technological progress was viewed as a straight line. Primitive tools, then better tools, then machines, then computers. But history is rarely that simple. Sometimes civilizations achieve breakthroughs that are forgotten. Sometimes knowledge is lost. Sometimes the past is far more advanced than we imagine. The Antikythera Mechanism serves as a reminder that ancient people were not primitive thinkers. They observed the universe. They studied mathematics. They developed complex engineering solutions to difficult problems. And in at least one remarkable case, they created a machine centuries ahead of its time. Imagine standing on a dock over 2000 years ago. A ship prepares to sail across the Mediterranean. Among its cargo is a small bronze machine. To most people, it looks ordinary. But inside that box lies a mechanical model of the cosmos itself. A device capable of tracking celestial movements, predicting eclipses, calculating astronomical cycles, and representing space and time through an intricate network of gears. Then the ship sinks. The machine disappears beneath the sea. For nearly 2 millennia, it remains hidden in darkness. Until a chance discovery brings it back to the world. And with it comes a powerful question: how many other inventions, discoveries, and technologies have been lost to history? The Antikythera Mechanism is more than an ancient machine. It is proof that human ingenuity has always been far greater than we imagine. And perhaps the greatest mysteries of the future are not ahead of us, but buried deep within the past.